Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to take a look at Wasp. This was the other size changer hero that came in the Rise of Red Skull wave. Um, and even though she's a triple changer like Ant-Man, she plays significantly different. So let's take a look at what she can do.
All right, so in her alter ego form, Nadia Van Dyne, she is a genius. She thwarts, or not thwarts, she recovers, has a 3 recovery, and she has, as an action girl, GIRL, shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed mental resource from your discard pile into your deck, limit once per round.
All right. And then her tiny form is Wasp 112, Avenger Tiny, small but mighty. Response um, after Wasp, or an event in play. You play defeats a minion or size scheme, you get to deal damage to the villain. So that's pretty cool. So you defeat something and you can do a damage to the villain.
Okay, and her giant size here, so she thwarts for 2, attacks for 2, has 3 defense. But as an Avenger Giant, whenever you threat you remove using your basic thwart power can be divided among schemes as you choose. Now, I thought this was really cool whenever you did her because she gives you the, like if you've just got, one threat on a couple of different side schemes, you can get rid of them that way. It's a lot easier to distribute it out, get rid of things a little bit easier. But damage you deal using your basic power attack can be divided among enemies you choose. So it does the same thing, but with the attack. But I mean, I like that. I really liked it on the thwart, though, I think.
Okay. All right. So she is an Avenger. So we have a separate video for Avenger allies and Avenger supports and stuff. So you can see that. She also likes mental cards, but we didn't pull every single card with a mental.
Oh,
So
no.
if you can make a mental heavy deck, a mental resource heavy deck, and that would work with her girl power.
Yes.
But
Also, another thing is she does have the size changing, but we did not include a lot of cards in it because it's not as big of a part of her kit as it is, say, like for Ant-Man. So if you want to see those, we've got basically there's one for each aspect. You can look at the Ant-Man video and you can take a look at those. But otherwise, they will work for her. They're just nowhere near as don't necessarily feel like a need to have in her.
yeah, because her, unlike Ant-Man, Ant-Man had cards that, like, most of them said play only if you're giant or play only if you're tiny.
Those will work in either form.
Wasp has, it does one thing if you're giant or something else when you're tiny.
Yeah.
So for example, here, her signature ally, Ant-Man, he costs 4, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Avenger, while you're in giant form, Ant-Man gains the giant trait and gets +1 attack. So Ant-Man will attack for 3. And while you're in tiny form, Ant-Man gains the tiny trait and gets +1 thwart.
So I thought that was cool that his traits change with you.
Right.
All right, then we've also got here the team up card for them. It's the Swarm Tactics event, max 1 per deck. But you can, if Ant-Man and Wasp are both in play, you can play this to change to your other hero form and ready your hero.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then we've got 2 copies of Giant Help. It's a 2-cost event. It's thwart, hero action thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove a total of 4 threat divided among schemes as you choose if you're in giant hero form. So you get kind of a taste of her giant power, But it still works when you're tiny. So that's the nice thing.
All right, then we've got Pinpoint Strike. So it's a 3-cost event. We got 2 copies of this, 3 copies of this. It is an attack. As a hero action, deals 7 damage to the enemy. If you're tiny form, this attack deals 1 additional damage to that enemy and gains overkill. And I love that is the fact that if you're in tiny form, you're doing more damage with this one. I loved it.
All right. Then we have Rapid Growth. We got 2 copies. It's a 1-cost event. When you use one of your hero's basic powers, thwart, attack, or defense, change to your giant hero form and get +2 to that power for this use. So that's kind of nice that if you're tiny and you, especially like say during the villain phase, because this gives you like +2 to your defense, which is pretty nice. But it'll switch you to giant form, and it does not count as your 1 change for the turn.
Yep.
So you could turn around and go right back tiny again.
Right. Then we've got 2 copies of Wasp Sting. It is a 2-cost attack event. If you're in here, it's a hero action. If you're in giant form, deal a total of 4 damage divided among enemies as you choose. And if you're in tiny form, you deal 5 damage to a single enemy.
Okay. Then we got 2 copies of resource card called Pim Particles. Hero responds, after you spin this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're in giant form, or draw a card if you're in tiny form.
Oh, you said that a lot better than I said on the Ant-Man video.
Yeah. If you want to see a bad version of that, check out the Ant-Man video.
All right, then we've got the Red Room Training. So this is a skill of hers. It's a 2-cost upgrade. While you're in giant form, you gain Retaliate. And while you're in tiny form, your basic attacks gain Piercing. And then you can discard, yeah, so that's, discard a tough whenever you attack.
Okay. Then we've got Biosynthetic Wings, 2-cost upgrade. Wasp gains the aerial trait. When you make when you would take any, let's try again. When you would take any amount of damage, if you're in tiny form, exhaust Biosynthetic Wings, prevent 1 of that damage. Now, this gives her the aerial trait, so now she can qualify for some of those aerial decks. And if you want to see some examples of that, check out our Angel video.
Yeah, we cover that pretty thoroughly with Angel.
All right.
And then we've got her helmet. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. It is Tech Armor. While you're in giant form, you get +1 fort. While you're in tiny form, you get +1 attack.
Okay. Then her obligation is Red Dreams. Give to the Nadia Van Dyne player. You may flip to Alter Ego and choose Exhaust her to remove from the game, or discard each card with a printed mental resource from your hand and take 1 damage. Then discard this obligation.
Yeah, if you do the mental build, this one hurts a lot.
Yeah.
I've done that. It hurts. All right, then we've got her signature ally here is Beetle. Beetle is a criminal. Beetle, she has 1 scheme, 1 attack for hit points. She does have guard, but when she is defeated, you can choose to either spend a strength resource or shuffle her back into the encounter deck.
Okay. Then we got her side scheme, which is Mother's Orders.
Because Mother knows best.
2 threat per player. As an additional cost for each hero to make a basic attack, that hero must spend 1 of any resource.
Okay, then we've got Beetle Armor Mark IV. It's Tech Armor Attachment. You attach this to Beetle if you're able to, and if not, you give it to the villain. But the attached character gets +4 hit points.
Okay. Then we have a treachery here. We got 2 copies. Beetle Mania. Not those beetles.
Yeah, not beetles.
When revealed, Alter Ego, this card gains Surge. When revealed, if your hero, Beetle attacks you with +1 attack. If no attack was made this way, this card gains Surge. All right. Then we pulled a few cards for each aspect that we thought could be useful for a Wasp deck. So first of all, for aggression.
Yeah, because she can get additional, she gets the additional stat boost or whatever, so she does like to use her basic abilities. We thought some of these were good. So Spoiling for a Fight here, it's a 0-cost event. As a hero action, you discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. You put that minion into play, engage with you, but then you get to ready your hero.
Okay, then we got Surprise Move. When you make a basic attack against an enemy with an upgrade attached, you get +2 attack for this attack. And if the attack defeats that enemy, ready your hero.
So yeah, this would, of course, it requires upgrades be played in there. So unfortunately, I always wished that the villain's attachments counted, but they don't. They're attachments, not upgrades.
Yeah, but you could team up with like Cyclops or Iceman, or you just throw in attachments.
Yes.
In your deck. All right, then we got Battle Fury, 1-cost upgrade. Play on any player's control, max 1 per player. After your hero attacks and defeats a minion, deal 1 damage to your hero and discard Battle Fury to ready your hero.
Justice Serves. This is a 1-cost upgrade. Play it under any player's control, max 1 per player. But after you thwart and remove the last threat from a scheme, you can discard this to ready your hero.
All right. And for leadership, we got You Got This. After you exhaust your hero to make a basic thwart or attack, discard an ally you control and add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for that use, and then ready your hero.
Unfortunately, it's got to be your ally. You can't discard your buddy's ally.
Yeah.
Because I would probably try that.
You would try it.
I would try it.
And I would one way or another you.
All right, then we've got Desperate Defense. So this is a classic one. It's a 1-cost defense event. As a hero interrupt, you can, when your hero defends against an attack, he gets +2 for the attack. And if you don't take any damage, then you get to ready.
All right. And we got Ever Vigilant. Play only if your identity has an aerial trait, so you'd have to have your biosynthetic wings out. Hero action. Ready your hero and remove 2 threat from a scheme.
Yeah, I didn't play this one a lot for a while there. I kind of forgot about it, but I've started playing this one again. I've had a lot of fun with this one. Then we've got What Doesn't Kill Me. It's a 2-cost defense event. As a hero action, you can heal 2 damage from your hero and ready your hero. It does require strength to play it, though.
All right. Then we got Anticipation. 1-cost upgrade, max 1 per player. When you engage a minion, you can discard this card to ready your hero, which is really nice if you defended and then you draw a minion, then you're ready to do stuff in the hero phase.
All right, and then we've got Indomitable. So this is a 1-cost upgrade, protection upgrade. Condition response. After your hero defends, discard this and ready your hero.
All right, then that was protection. Now for pool, we got Stick-to-itiveness, 2-cost upgrade. Spend a strength resource and exhaust this card to ready your hero. Now for basic.
So since Nadia is a genius and she gets to play another card coming up, we thought this was a good one. It is Moon Girl. So she is a champion genius. 3-cost ally. She thwarts for 2, attacks for 2. She does take 2 consequential with each of those, and she has 3 hit points. But you do have to be either a champion or a genius to play her, so you would have to be Nadia to play her. But after you play Moon Girl from your hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for her.
And you want to have a lot of mental cards in your deck for the girl powers. So yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Then we have Directed Force. It's a 0-cost event. When your hero makes an attack that has the keyword overkill, piercing, or range, that attack deals 2 additional damage. And she does have.
Let's see, where is it?
It's the attacks. Well,
when she's in tiny form, her basic attacks gain piercing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the ways she can get it.
And then some of her attacks do it as well. Okay, so the Red Room training and the biosynthetic wings are pretty important for her. So we got this card here, Front Organization, costs 0.
Front office.
Yes.
See, it says it right there.
Play under any player's control except for Dirk. When an encounter card effect would discard a card you control, you could discard Front Organization instead.
Yeah, this is a great way to protect your assets. Okay, and then again, like we mentioned, since Nadia is a genius whenever she's in alter ego form, we've got Ingenuity here. So you can only play this if you have Genius trait, max 1 per player. That's 2-cost upgrade, but you can exhaust it to generate a mental resource.
All right. And then we got Team Building. This is mainly because for Avengers, but I think there's a couple cards that say Tiny or Giant. Not very many of her cards do, though. This is a 2-cost support team building exercise. Exhaust team building exercise to pay for a card in your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its resource cost by 1.
Yeah, and unfortunately, so this is a hero action, so you cannot use it to play the Ingenuity or to reduce the cost of Ingenuity or Moon Girl. All right, our last card here is Tenacity. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. You can spend a strength resource and discard this card to ready your hero.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been a while since I played Wasp. Wasp is pretty fun. I think I like Ant-Man. I like to play as Ant-Man over Wasp if I have to choose between the two. But Wasp she's got some unique things, and it's actually kind of a fun team up when you do Ant-Man and Wasp heroes together.
Yeah, and the other cool thing about Wasp is with the genius and everything in there, she's got the built-in mental. So it actually, if you're playing aggression, it makes home technique a useful thing with her, because with the biosynthetic wings, she gets aerial, and she can play some of those really strong home technique combos with aerial.
Yeah, and she's
got
plenty of mental cards. Yeah, for like dive bomb with home technique. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and click that notification bell down there, and you will get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.